Hey guys, it's Hayes with CheatSheetPros.com. Today I got some sports betting tips that I've noticed on our NBA cheat sheet. If you're looking at betting some of these crazy NBA games that are popping off for no rhyme or reason. So right here in the middle, you can kind of see what our lean is, and this is basically all kind of our average, and then the middle row for the total with the differences in there. The difference, the key number looks like 7. So if it's a difference of 7 or more, that's kind of where I really see the win-loss ratio go up. So yesterday there were 2 games, and let me see. Let me flip down here and find it. So I'm going to scroll through these, and we're going to look at just the differences without digging into any details. So that one was 6.5. So Cleveland, so difference of 7.5. So this leaned Cleveland +3 with a difference of 7.5. So if you play on the games that are more than 7, that's kind of where I'm going to put that key number. And then you can see over here yesterday, Cleveland won. Can you see that? Okay. Cleveland won 116 to 101 as a dog. We had them roughly average across the board about 105 to 100. 107, 99. So either way, take the points. Difference is 7.5. So that one won. The other one that came up, let me flip across here. So here's a difference of 7 again. And these were the only 2. So a lean under 222.5, difference of 7. So if you played this under 222, it ended up right here at 215. So that went under. So you could say yesterday, if you only played the difference of 7, it ended up going 2-0. So another thing that I've noticed, so I always say with the NBA totals, check this middle ground. So this is kind of a range of where we think this total is going to be, a low and a high. And it's pretty close. It sits in that range. Now, NBA is a little crazy because teams will run about 100 to 105 possessions. So if you make 6 baskets, it can drastically flip either way. College, you only have about 70 to 72 average possessions, so you have 30 less possessions, so it's easier to project games a little bit closer. But I always kind of recommend looking at this middle. If this is over, then lean over. If it's under, go under. But one thing I've noticed that I brought in this combined last 3 points per game, allowed points per game, and you can see we just put the over, the under. And then this roto pace, I had it, I don't even remember where, somewhere else on here. And then I brought it in. So I look at this number, this number, this number, and this number. And what I've noticed, if 3 of the 4 are on one side, that play usually does pretty good. So out of curiosity, I wanted to get up this morning and go back and just kind of say, okay, on games that were 3 out of 4, how did they do? So long story short, they went 5-1. And I'll kind of walk through it and kind of show you where we're at. So instead of like calculating these numbers, what I did, and I'm going to add today, is I went ahead so I can calculate it. I just put it right here and like what it leans, you know, under, over, over, over. So if we get 3 of 1, that's what we're going to lean on. If it's 2 and 2, we're just going to stay away from it. Now, as always with any game, you can dig into the stats and, you know, make a decision if someone's out. Someone like Joker or, you know, LeBron, a big-time name. But just blindly looking at these, let's see how they would have done yesterday. So Orlando, Houston, we've got an under and 2 overs. And how we get this is total of 216.5. So our middle ground is under. We have a range of 209 to 218. But combined last 3 is over their current total. Allowed is just over. And then this roto pace is over as well. So that gives us 3 overs, which you can see here. And so over 216.5, and then this game was 116 to 118, so it scored 234, so it went well over. And then you can also look here, I have a little hidden number here for the last 3, kind of if you use their efficiencies and projected pace, where it would be, and that also just kind of leaned over, so that would have been a good over. And then when you look down here at the possession, so league average is about 102, which you can see here, 102, 102.5. It kind of bounces between there. So you have Orlando about league average, and then you have Houston playing a lot faster. So if Houston wins this game, it usually gets paced up, which you can see Houston won the game, and it got paced up, so they probably played higher than this. They probably played around 108 to 110. So sometimes I'll look at it. So I always use kind of the average of the 2. But this could go to 106 to 108 if I see someone jump off really high. But anyways, long story short, I'm going to add something up here today so you don't have to calculate these. But this would have been over, over, over. Go the over, hit the over. So let's go down and look at the next one. We got under, over, over. So we got 3 overs again. And this was the Lakers, 218.5. And then it ended up 234 again. So that went over. You can also look at the ATS over-under numbers here, and then home or road if you want to look into it. So the Lakers coming into yesterday were 14-9 for the over. So that could have got you there. Here, under, over, under. So we have 3 unders. So 215.5 Phoenix. I think this one was pretty close. All right, so here, so it was really close. So 118.96. Oh, it's too early. So that is 214. So it just slid under. Really close, but again, so we're 3-0 so far. And then let's roll down to Dallas. We got under, over, under. So 2-2. I'm just going to say split. Pass on that game. Over, under. Okay, we got 3 unders. Philly, 216. What'd they end up? I think this one, no, 98.96. So it went well under. So that was another winner. So that's 4-0. And let's go down. All right, here we have 3 unders, 1 over. So this would have been Cleveland under 208. And they scored 217. So went over. So this is a loss. So right now we are 4-1. And then trying to look, see if there would have been anything on that game. Nope. All right, so here we got under, over, under. So we got 3 unders again in the Brooklyn game, 222.5. To break it down, our middle ground is 215, which is 6 points under. Combined, they go over. Allowed, slightly under. And then the roto pace here has it at 218, sliding under. And then the final on this game was, where'd you go? Oh, I know it's right. There it is, 215. So under 222. So yesterday, the sides of 7 or more would have been 2-0. And that would have been with the Brooklyn under and then the Cleveland +3. And then the totals, I don't know what we want to call these. We can call them stars or notches or whatever. But anytime you get 3 out of 4, those totals went 5-1. So that's something that I'm going to follow going forward. And I'll add something on the NBA sheet today where you can kind of look and see 3 out of 4 easily without calculating these numbers down here. Anyways, go Chiefs Sunday. Good luck. I'm going to get the sheets updated now today, and have a good one, guys.